Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 23. Then spake Jesus to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. That's being a hypocrite. Which is what we have been shown from the beginning of Matthew. Because they're talking to people about why are you picking corn to eat on the Shabbat when they're fat, when they have already eaten and they have a lot of food at home. It's not like they have not eaten on Shabbat. They're just eating what their wife cooks, right? They're eating what somebody else cooks. Most likely. That's what happens. And they're telling people, why are you eating on Shabbat? Why are you picking corn on Shabbat? Why are you hungry on Shabbat? And this whole thing about washing hands, like you can be pretty sure they're telling them to do that, but they probably are not very good at them themselves, because Jesus is saying they say and do not. So all these things that were pretty bad, we are sure now that they are telling other people what to do and they are not doing them themselves. Right? Kind of like Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi, people like that want to go and attend parties and get their hair cut while the people that are slaving to them are forced to wear masks and shut down a whole hairdressing salon. And but no, you don't have to wear a mask because you're above everybody. But she's going to tell everybody else to wear a mask. Same with you, Gavin Newsom. Your kids, all you kids have to wear masks. Well, how come your kids are not wearing masks at school, Gavin Newsom? This is the same thing. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad their phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments. And love the uppermost rooms at feasts, and the chief seats in the synagogues, and greetings in the markets, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi, and be not ye called Rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and all ye are brethren. Master. And Christ is master. And be calling this rabbi stuff. They're just pumping each other up. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father, which is in heaven. There you go, Catholic priests. See, they had to pick another term. It's like, well, we can't be called that. We'll get in trouble. Here, yeah. Father. Yeah, all right. Nobody even questions it. Neither be ye called masters, for one is your master, even Christ. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make a long prayer. Therefore ye shall receive the greater damnation. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte. And when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves. Woe unto you, ye blind guides, which say, whosoever shall swear by the temple, it is nothing. But whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor. Ye fools and blind, for whither is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctifieth the gold? And whosoever shall swear by the altar, it is nothing. But whosoever sweareth by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gift or the altar that sanctifieth the gift? Whoso therefore shall swear by the altar sweareth by it, and by all things thereon. And whoso shall swear by the temple sweareth by it, and by him that dwelleth therein. And he that shall swear by heaven sweareth by the throne of God, and by him that sitteth thereon. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone. Ye blind guides, which strain at a gnat and swallow a camel. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! I think that means they put all their energy and their trouble into like the tiniest minutiae, gnats, mosquitoes, things like this. And it's an allegory of they're straining at things that they don't need to strain for, right? Which is God. And they're doing everything else. They're not just straining to reach God. They're straining for gnats, things that don't matter. And maybe kind of a comment on how they eat, how just greedy, swallowing a camel. They're doing things that are just totally unnecessary, have nothing to do with anything. So you're swallowing a camel and you're straining at a rat. At a gnat. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye may clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. Thou blind Pharisee, cleanse first that which is within the cup and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones, and of all uncleanliness. All uncleanness. Even so ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquity. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! Because ye build the tombs of the prophets and garnish the sepulchres of the righteous. and say, if we had been in the days of our fathers, we would not have been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. Wherefore ye be witness unto yourselves that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets. Uh-oh. Fill ye up then the measure of your fathers, ye serpents, ye generation of vipers. How can ye escape the damnation of hell? Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets, and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify. That's the first time we've heard that word in this Bible. Not kill, but the other one. And some of them shall ye scourge in your synagogues, and persecute them from city to city, that upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias the son of Barachias, of Barachias. I don't know who that is. But they're calling Zacharias. Okay, that's Zechariah. Let's make sure. Yeah, it's just Zechariah right here. It's the last. No, that's Zephaniah. Okay. I have lost Zechariah. Here it is, right here. Okay. It's only... No, it's long. Not long, but it's 14 chapters. It's between Haggai and Malachi. And I have here in the margin that Zechariah is talking about Jesus a lot. He says in 9, 10, and I will cut off from the chariot from Ephraim, and I will end the horse from Jerusalem, and the battle bow shall be cut off, and he shall speak peace unto the heathens, and his dominion shall be from sea even to sea, and from the river even to the ends of the earth. And then in 12:10 talks about, and I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and of supplications, and they shall look upon me whom they have pierced. And they shall mourn for him as one mourneth for his only son, and he shall be in bitterness for him as one that is in bitterness for his firstborn. Okay, so that's Zechariah. And he was the last, well, there's one more book after him, because Jesus says it's from Abel to Zechariah. Oh, it is. Where's Zephaniah? Am I tripping? Zephaniah. I don't even think that's a book. Yeah. Well, let's just stick with Zechariah. it does appear to be the very last book of the Old Testament. And so he says that upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias. I think that this is clearly pointing out that he's the last prophet that was given. And he is the last prophet in the book of the Old Testament. Whom ye slew between the temple and the altar. Oh, it's not the last book. It's Malachi. Excuse me. And it's only 4 chapters. So maybe they didn't kill him. It doesn't seem like they would have let him go, though. Okay, so they don't talk about how Zechariah died or how Malachi died or why Malachi is not the last prophet according to Jesus, but Zechariah is not talking about fear or anything like that, but okay, it's actually Malachi, the last book. So we don't know what happened to that prophet. But Jesus is saying, no, it's you killed everybody between Abel and Zechariah, and their blood is going to be on your head. This guy, Zechariah, was killed between the temple and the altar. It doesn't say that in Zechariah, but it says here where he was killed. It's interesting. He probably didn't move too much from there, right? He's probably just there. He's probably maybe stationed there, like, just trying to preach. Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets, and stonest them which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her children under her wings, and ye would not. So instead of gathering, they're killing. That's according to Jesus. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. For I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth till ye shall say, Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord.